There was once a small village surrounded by green fields and a peaceful river. In a modest home lived an elderly woman named Margaret and her 3-year-old granddaughter, Emma. Emma's life had already been touched by tragedy. Just days after celebrating her 3rd birthday, her mother passed away unexpectedly. The loss left a hole in the family's heart that seemed impossible to fill. But through the sadness, one faithful companion remained by Emma's side, a golden-colored dog named Buddy. Every morning, Buddy greeted Emma with a wagging tail. He followed her through the garden, sat beside her during meals, and curled up next to her every night. To Emma, Buddy was more than a pet. He was family. Margaret often smiled as she watched the two together. After all they had been through, Buddy had become a source of comfort, love, and happiness. Music becomes warmer. One evening, dark clouds gathered over the village. The wind began to howl. Rain poured from the sky. Within hours, the peaceful river transformed into a dangerous flood. Water rushed through the streets. People hurried to safety. Margaret held Emma tightly as they watched the water rise outside their home. Buddy barked anxiously. Then, in a terrifying moment, a powerful wave swept across the yard. Buddy lost his footing. Before anyone could reach him, the rushing water carried him away. "Buddy!" Emma cried. Her tiny voice disappeared into the storm. Margaret could only hold her granddaughter close as they watched helplessly. A local villager walking near the flooded river heard a faint bark. At first, he thought he imagined it. But then he heard it again. The sound was weak, desperate. The villager immediately called the nearby dog rescue team. Within minutes, 4 experienced rescuers arrived. They gathered their equipment and followed the sound through mud, debris, and floodwater. The search was difficult, but they refused to give up. Finally, they found the abandoned structure. One rescuer carefully stepped inside. There, hidden in the darkness, was Buddy. Cold, tired, but alive. Music becomes hopeful. The rescuers gently wrapped him in a warm blanket. Buddy wagged his tail. For the first time since the flood, he was safe. The team checked his condition and quickly learned where he belonged. Then they set out to reunite him with his family. Back at Margaret's house, Emma sat quietly on the front porch. Suddenly, she heard a familiar bark. Her eyes widened. A rescue truck pulled into the driveway. The door opened, and out jumped Buddy. "Buddy?" Emma ran forward as fast as her little legs could carry her. Buddy raced toward her. The two met in the middle of the yard. Emma wrapped her arms around his neck. Buddy covered her face with happy kisses. Nearby, Margaret smiled through tears. The rescuers watched with pride, because sometimes the greatest reward is seeing a family made whole again. Music swells into emotional